Good morning, everyone. Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, esteemed faculty members, parents, and my dear fellow students. I, Diksha Ingre, Assistant Professor of History, welcome you all to the Diksha Arambha induction program for the new batch of BLLB Honors, BBLLB Honors, and LLM students. It is my pleasure and honor to warmly welcome you to the UGC Diksha Arambha Student Induction Program, a special occasion marking the beginning of an exciting and transformative journey in your academic and personal life. The Diksha Arambha program The Diksha Arambha program, initiated by the University Grants Commission, is not merely an orientation. It is a thoughtfully designed experience to help you transition smoothly to the university life. Its purpose is to make you comfortable in this new environment, familiarize with the institutional ethos and academic culture, and encourage meaningful connections with peers and faculty. Today marks not just a transition into higher education, but also a first step towards upholders of justice and agents of change. We are honored to welcome you all, the first-year students, stepping into the legal fraternity. As we commence this meaningful journey of learning and growth and relationship between the teacher and disciple, let us invoke the blessings of knowledge and wisdom through this timeless Sanskrit shlok. Om Sahanavavatu, Sahanavbhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karvavahe, Tejasvinavadi Mastu, Ma Vidvishavahi. Om Shantihi, Shantihi, Shantihi. Meaning, may we all be protected together. May we all be nourished together. May we work jointly with great energy. May our study be illuminating and fruitful. And may we not hate or dispute with each other. Om Shantihi, Shantihi, Shantihi. Now I request our esteemed guests for the ceremonial lighting of the lamp, signifying the dispelling of ignorance and elimination of knowledge. Moving ahead with welcoming our esteemed dignitaries, I request Honorable Shri Justice Ravindra Ghugge Sir, Judge High Court of Bombay and Honorable Chancellor nominee in Executive Council and General Council of our university, to welcome Honorable Shri Justice Prasanna Varade Sir, Judge Supreme Court of India and Chancellor of our university, with a bouquet and a book. I request Honorable Shri Justice Ravindra Ghugge Sir to welcome Honorable Shri Justice Abhay Oak Sir, former Judge Supreme Court of India and former Chancellor of our university, with a bouquet and a book. Now I request Professor Dr. Bindu Ronald, our Vice Chancellor, to welcome Honorable Shri Justice Ravindra Ghugge Sir with a bouquet and a book. Thank you, ma'am. Now, it is my privilege to invite Honorable Shri Justice Abhay Ok Sir, former Judge Supreme Court of India, former Chancellor and Emeritus Jurist of our university, who graces us with his presence today. Under his able leadership as the Honorable Chancellor of the university has reached great heights. May I kindly request Honorable Shri Justice Abhay Ok Sir to please. Extremely sorry. I request, I'm really sorry. I request our Vice Chancellor ma'am to please welcome the gathering.
Thank you, Professor Diksha. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you to this Diksharam or the Induction program for our students who have joined us in the academic year 25-26. Joined us for BA LLB Honours Program, BBA LLB Honours Program, and the LLM program, where we have students who have joined us in 4 different specializations that the university now provides. Today we have a star-studded dais with our Chancellor, Honorable Justice Prasanna Varali Sir, Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Justice Abhay Ok, former Judge of the Supreme Court of India and a former Chancellor, who is also now our distinguished Emeritus Juris Professor, Honorable Justice Ravindra Guge, Judge High Court of Bombay, and the Chancellor's nominee on the Executive Council and the Governing Council of the university. We have an equally esteemed members of the dais. We have the sitting judges of the High Court of Bombay. We have the Honorable Retired Judges of the High Court of Bombay, bench at Aurangabad, Honorable Shri Justice Ravindra Borde, Honorable Shri Justice Sunil Deshmukh, designated senior counsels, members of the Bar Council, and members of the President and the Secretary of the Bar Association, government leaders and his team, members of the various councils and committees of the university, Professor Dr. Dhanaji, the Registrar of the university, faculty members, non-teaching staff, and my dear newly admitted students to this university. As the Vice Chancellor of this university, it is my privilege to welcome everyone to this Diksharam ceremony. Diksharam in the Indian system has always held a very significant meaning. In ancient times, it was where a guru formally accepted a student and began his education, and it involved rituals and vows. It marked the transition of a child into a new phase of life, focused on acquiring knowledge and developing a character. The Diksharam today holds the same meaning. I congratulate all the students for joining MNLU-Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar family, and as you transition from higher secondary to college education, or in the case of our LLM students, when you transition from your undergraduate to postgraduate studies, I welcome you to this university, which will be your new home until the completion of your degrees. This transition from school to college will eventually take you on your chosen career paths. You will find yourself in new environment, and there will be a new learning, and you will be accountable and responsible for ensuring your success. We here will provide you with the skill sets and the knowledge, the things that will inculcate the right mindset to improve your capability to conquer the world, but above all, to gain knowledge and be the sentinels of justice. Today, all of you are here being introduced to our Chancellor, former Chancellor, and all the others who are here with us. Today is a big day. It won't be wrong to say that today is not just an event, but it is a moment where there is a powerful convergence of legacy and leadership. Today, you are being introduced to the vision of the past and vision present, where you are going to hear 2 great minds. One, whose judicial wisdom and institutional foresight guided the university, Honorable Justice Abhay Ok, who was the Chancellor of the university and the former Judge of the Supreme Court of India. And the other, whose wisdom is now guiding us, our present Chancellor, Honorable Justice Varale, and the Judge of the Supreme Court. Dear students, I will say that you are privileged to hear two great leaders who have upheld the Constitution, who have and who are inspirations and institutions in themselves. Watch them, listen to them, and emulate them as you start on a journey into the legal profession. Begin by setting goals is my first advice to all of you as the Vice Chancellor of this university. And I also give you another advice: have the right role models whose lives will inspire you to excel. Also, stand firm where others falter. This university is your new home. Make new and beautiful memories in the time that you have in this campus for the times to come. Make new friends who will grow old with you, and we here as teachers will guide you and mentor you down the lane. You have excellent teachers who will always be there for all your legitimate needs. You have a world-class infrastructure and facilities to nurture your growth. Your parents provided you with the wings to fly. We as teachers and mentors will be the wind beneath your wings to help you soar. I welcome one and all to this Diksharambh. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Moving ahead, now it is my privilege to invite Honorable Shri Justice Abhayog Sir, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, former Chancellor of our University, Emeritus Juris, who graces us with present today. Under his able leadership as the Honorable Chancellor, the University has reached great heights. I request Sir to please address the gathering.
Justice Prasanna Ji Varale, Judge, Supreme Court of India, and Chancellor of this university, Justice Guge, who has been part of this university for a long time in different capacities and as member of the Executive Council, Vice Chancellor Professor Bindu Ronald, Dr. Dharnaji Jadhav, Registrar, Justice Manish Pitale, who is the senior most judge and administrative judge of the bench of the High Court of Bombay at Aurangabad, Justice Borde and Justice Deshmukh, who have contributed to a huge extent in development of this university, who are retired judges of the Bombay High Court. We have presence of Shri Saunket, senior member of the Bar Council. There are other senior advocates, designated senior advocates who are from Aurangabad, who are present here and who have been actively involved in helping the university, the members of the faculty and young students. I welcome you to these beautiful surroundings and this beautiful campus of MNLU-Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar. You will be spending 5 meaningful years of your life in this beautiful campus, in these beautiful surroundings. I am going to hand over a copy of speech delivered by Professor Dr. N.R. Madhava Menon, whom I described as father of the National Law Schools in India. This speech was rendered by him for his first Orientation Day lecture of 2015 in MNLU Mumbai. Mr. Menon describes what is legal system, and he says that legal system consists of naturally the laws, the institutions like courts, and the legal personnel. And the task before national law schools is to create very eminent legal personnel who will be able to contribute to our legal system. I want to tell for benefit of young students that this university has been set up by Government of Maharashtra. In fact, 3 universities were set up, 3 national law schools were set up by Government of Maharashtra under a legislation One is in Mumbai, second is in this place, Aurangabad, and third is in Nagpur. And the entire infrastructure, beautiful infrastructure, which exists and which is coming up, is all provided by the state government from public funds. So the object of university is not only to create corporate legal personnel or corporate lawyers. The object of the university is to create very good lawyers who will contribute to traditional legal justice delivery system, namely the traditional courts, our district courts, high court and Supreme Court. The object is to create judges of tomorrow. And third and again important object is to create academicians in the field of law. So therefore, when you undergo training in this august institution, you realize that we are not only aiming at creating corporate lawyers, our aim is much higher. Because ultimately, we want to serve the cause of the existing legal system. When I come to law school like this or any other law school, other day I had occasion to address similar function in National Law School at Bangalore. I always tell the students that you belong to privileged generation of law students, because now you are getting quality legal education for 5 years in such beautifully designed campus. In my days, law college meant a building consisting of few classrooms. Though I was the student of the oldest law colleges in India, that is Government Law College in Mumbai, we used to have hardly 2 lectures per day. We never had these kind of moot court competitions, only one moot court competition every day. And perhaps we never had even elocution competitions. Maybe because it was Mumbai, we were benefited by presence of some guest lecturers. So maximum 2 to 3 lectures per day. It was a 3 years course. And how many lectures we used to attend in those days, that will be a very awkward thing to disclose as far as I am concerned. But the entire atmosphere was completely different. And now today we have a setup where not only our vice chancellor or registrar and other good academic staff is there, you will get number of visiting faculty here. There are number of practicing lawyers who will be coming here. And you will get experts from various other fields. The whole concept of this 5 years course is to ensure that we get bright young people to work in our legal system. When I joined law in 80s, the popular concept was that those who could not get admission to any other stream, engineering, medical, or any other stream, they used to, as a last resort, used to go to law college and secure admission. But things have changed after the Bar Council has introduced 5 years course. The 5 years course has one result, that it has brought back talent to the legal field. And therefore, you must please understand the importance of education in national law schools. Of course, I must tell you that this is not even a 10 years old university. So there is always a teething trouble. But if you compare the infrastructure which such new institutions, other institutions have, 8 years old or 9 years old institution, we have far better infrastructure. And my request to the students is that some infrastructure is still coming up. About 3 or 4 buildings are under construction. We are going to have a fabulous 4 stories library which is overlooking the green part of this campus. There is a huge green part of this campus where there are a number of trees planted, and it will be overlooking the hill. So it will be really a very good facility where you can study. And I hope that within a couple of years the library building will come up and other facilities will also come up. My request to the young students is to understand what are the facilities on the campus. If you have grievance or if you feel that something more is required to be done, I must assure you that we have most student-friendly vice chancellor and registrar, even our faculty members. So instead of writing letters, sending email, it is always better that you come and meet our Vice Chancellor, meet the Registrar, and whatever suggestions you want to convey, convey to them. Even as far as academics are concerned, if you feel that you want presence of experts to teach you a particular subject, you can always convey it to the management of the university, and they'll be happy to call experts in the field. I personally believe that today is too early for you to decide what you are going to do in future. In fact, today you are at such a beautiful stage where, you know, when you go to beach, you draw several things on the sand. You draw one picture, get rid of that, draw a second picture. So those must be pictures before your mind. Some of you will be feeling that you will become corporate lawyer. Some of you will feel that you are going to become a judicial officer. Some of you will feel that you will be practicing lawyer. So all those dreams are before you. But if you want to develop your career properly, I feel, and that is same thing is said by Professor Madhava Menon, that when you reach 4th year, slowly you want to make your choice of career, what exactly you want to do, or you have to narrow down your options. Because by the time you reach 4th year, if you are able to apply your mind in what manner your career will shape, in that case, I think you will be able to do better. So by the time you go to 5th year, you can decide with whom you want to have internship. We are all discussing today, we want to have better internship program where you will get internship with Supreme Court judges, High Court judges, some district court judges, some senior designated lawyers who are practicing here. So we are working on it. Last 2 years, we have been in fact in touch with Bombay Incorporated Law Society, which is the association of solicitors in Mumbai, and we are seeking their help. And I know that many of you have many doubts about the legal system, about how the courts function. So I already told the Vice Chancellor, Madam, that maybe in September we can have a 2-hour or 3-hour session where we can have question and answers. All questions which are in your mind about the legal system in India. So we can have question and answer session, and I'll be available to answer those questions. So you have made a good beginning by joining MNLU-Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. I know that all of you are very bright students. You have worked so hard and you have cleared CLAT, you have relatively good ranking, and therefore you are here. It is not enough to have a very good ranking and secure admission to such a beautiful campus. Now your real challenge starts now. You have to work very hard and you have to excel in the field of law. So I wish a great success to you, and I'm sure that maybe after 6 years or 7 years, we'll have gift of brilliant young lawyers to our legal system, we'll have brilliant young judges, and we have brilliant minds who will work as academicians. So I wish a great success to you, and I hope to be amongst you on various occasions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for the encouraging words. Moving on to the presidential address, it is a great honor and privilege to welcome to our gathering Honorable Sri Justice Prasanna Varade, sir, Judge Supreme Court of India and Chancellor of a university who graces us with his presence today. Honorable Sri Justice Prasanna Varade, sir, has a remarkable journey of dedication and service to the cause of justice. After pursuing his schooling and degree-level studies across various places in Maharashtra, he completed his LLB from Baba Sahib Ambedkar Marathwada University. He commenced his legal practice at High Court of Bombay, Aurangabad bench. He also contributed to the legal education as a lecturer at Dr. Ambedkar Law College, Aurangabad, and held various important legal positions. Elevated to the Bombay High Court in 2008, Honorable Sri Justice Varade sir later assumed the distinguished role of Chief Justice of High Court of Karnataka in 2022. In 2024, he was sworn as the Judge of Supreme Court of India. With this, I request sir to please address the gathering.
Honorable Shri Justice Abhay Oak, sir, former Chancellor, Maharashtra National Law University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, and Emeritus Jurist of Maharashtra National Law University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, Brother Justice Ravindra Khuge, Justice Bode, sir, Justice Deshmukhji, Justice Pitale, Senior Administrative Judge, Aurangabad Bench, Bombay High Court, Professor Ronald Madam, Vice Chancellor, MNLU-Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, Professor Dhanaji Zadhav, Registrar, MNLU-Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, esteemed faculty members, parents, distinguished guests, senior advocates, and my dear students, good morning to you all. It is really a mixed feeling that I know it will be a very difficult task for me to carry legacy of one of the great judge of Supreme Court, a jurist, an academician, and above all, a finest human being. And at the same time, sir, I am also happy with a positive note that in any case, in difficult situations, if I need any assistance, any guidance, sir, who is for me always an elder brother, a guide, a philosopher, is available to guide me at any time, and I will be certainly enlightened by his valuable guidance. Dear students, it gives me an immense pleasure to be here today, not merely as the Chancellor of this prestigious institution, but also as someone who has walked the path many of you are about to begin. The journey of studying law, of understanding justice, and devoting oneself to a lifetime of learning and service. To all newly admitted students, welcome to the world of law. Let me begin by congratulating you. Heartiest congratulations, my dear students. This city, earlier known as Aurangabad and now at Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, for its rich heritage, historical monuments, but for me, this is a place of worship. The great son of this country and the architect of our constitution, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, with a vision and mission, started the first degree college for the oppressed, depressed, the scheduled caste, the scheduled tribe students in this region known as Milinda Mahavidyalaya. And it is my great privilege and fortune that in his mission, his close associate and a confident soldier was my grandfather, Balwantrao Rale. Let me also just refer to a few thoughts of Dr. Babasaheb on education as general. What this visionary man said in his speeches, I'll just refer two or three. In his first speech on 14th January 1948 to the students in an elocution competition in Siddharth College, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar said, शिक्षण आणि विद्या या गोष्टींशिवाय आपला उद्धार होणार नाही. Then in year 49, when he was addressing a gathering in this city, in other college, namely in a school, namely as Maratha Vidyalaya, on 21st January 1949, he says, केवळ राजकीय प्रगतीने जीवनातील सर्व प्रश्न सुटत नाहीत. जीवनातील प्रगतीसाठी ज्या गोष्टींची आपल्याला गरज आहे त्यापैकी राजकीय स्वातंत्र्य ही एक आहे. पण शिक्षण ही खऱ्या अर्थाने जीवनाच्या प्रगतीसाठी अत्यंत महत्त्वाची किंबहुना सर्वात महत्त्वाची बाब आहे. मी गेल्या 25 वर्षापासून राजकारणात काम करतो आहे, पण माझ्या इतक्या वर्षांच्या अनुभवावरून मला असं वाटतं की शिक्षण हीच जीवनातली सगळ्यात महत्त्वाची गोष्ट आहे. In the function of the inauguration of the Siddharth Mahavidyalaya at the hands of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, The president, Dr. Babasaheb, again says की उच्च शिक्षणाच्या प्रसाराखेरीज राष्ट्र निर्मितीचे काम होणार नाही आणि आमच्या सर्व सामाजिक दुखण्यांवर माझ्या मताने शिक्षण हेच एक औषध आहे. अध्यक्ष महाराज, ही इज ॲड्रेसिंग टू भाऊ राजेंद्र प्रसादजी. शिक्षण प्रसाराच्या कार्यासाठी काहीतरी करावे हे माझे लहानपणापासूनचे स्वप्न आहे आणि माझे स्वप्न मी आज सत्यसृष्टीत आणू शकलो याचा मला आनंद होत आहे. So this was a vision, this was an object, this was a mission of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, starting the first degree college in Aurangabad. And therefore I refer, this place is a place of worship for me. You have earned a place in university with a vision to advance and disseminate learning and knowledge of law and legal processes to develop in the students a sense of responsibility to serve society in the field of law by developing skills in regard to advocacy, legal services, legislation, law reforms. It is appreciable that this university that you are now a part of has a commendable teacher-student ratio of 1:23. The university is well known for conducting competitions such as client counseling competition, youth parliament, moot court competitions, which help the students in gaining not just theoretical knowledge of law, but also enhance their practical applications. We have the best infrastructural facilities and state-of-the-art buildings like Center of Excellence building, hostel building, mess building, etc. Students, law is not just a profession. It is a pillar of democracy, a protector of rights, and a beacon of justice. And you are now part of that noble tradition. Laws are the invisible threads that hold the fabric of society together. They define what is fair, what is permissible, and what is punishable. But more than that, the laws reflect on shared values, liberty, equality, dignity, and justice. These are the very principles enshrined in our Constitution. The Constitution of India is not just a legal document. It is a moral and social contract. It is aspirational. It envisages a society where individual, regardless of birth or background, has the right to live with dignity. As student of law, you are entering in a discipline where you will not only learn about the rights and duties, but also about power, responsibility, and service. Lawyers have always been at the forefront of societal change. From the freedom struggle to present day constitutional advocacy, Mahatma Gandhi ji, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Jawaharlal Nehru, all trained lawyers use the law as a means to challenge injustice and reshape the society. Today's lawyers are not just courtroom advocates. They are policy makers, judges, activists, corporate advisors, diplomats, teachers, mediators. In a time when law governs everything from artificial intelligence to climate change, the role of lawyers has become more relevant than ever. And the world is waiting for you, the next generation of thinkers, reformers, and guardians of justice. Learning the law is both an art and discipline. It is not enough to memorize statutes or precedents. You must learn to think critically, analytically, and ethically. Here are a few guideline thoughts. Read extensively, not just textbooks, but judgments, legal commentaries, biographies of great jurists, even literature and history. A good lawyer understands context. Question constantly. Law thrives on debate. Do not accept everything at face value. Ask why, how, and what next. Engage practically. Internship, moot courts, legal aid clinics, these are not add-ons, they are essentials. Real learning happens when you apply your knowledge. Write regularly. A lawyer's pen is as powerful as his voice. Expressing your thoughts with clarity is a skill that will serve you in your every career avenue. Understand the Constitution deeply. It is the soul of all law in India. Know its spirit, not just its text. Law today is a diverse and dynamic field. After your studies, you can choose to practice in trial court, appellate court, or even Supreme Court. Join corporate law firms dealing with mergers, acquisitions, intellectual property, and international law. Serve in judicial services through competitive examinations. Work with non-governmental organizations focusing on right-based advocacy. Enter civil services with legal training is a great asset. Pursue academia, becoming researchers and teachers. Engage in policy making, legislative drafting, and diplomacy. Each path is equally significant. Success does not lie in the title, but in the impact you create. Now let me speak something equally important, and that is your mental health. The Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Chief Justice B.R. Gavi, very recently highlighted that our profession can be isolating and emotionally taxing. The study of law can be demanding. It brings intense reading, rigorous deadlines, competitive environments, and sometimes emotional fatigue from engaging with issues of injustice, violence, and inequality. I want you to know this. You are not alone, and you do not have to be perfect. I firmly believe that emotional resilience is often more important than intellectual brilliance. Take care of your mind, speak to your peers, use the counseling and wellness resources at which university provides, take breaks, pursue music, sport, meditation, whatever nourishes you. Let us end the stigma around mental health, especially in legal education. Seeking help is strength, not the weakness. We must raise a generation of legal professionals who are not just brilliant, but also balanced and empathetic. Don't fear for facing failure in first attempt, because even the successful maths start with zero only. This is what Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said. In your pursuit of law, you will face dilemmas, not just legal, but moral. What is right? What is just? What is ethical? Remember, your knowledge of law is your power, but your values are your compass. Let your work reflect honesty, fairness, and a commitment to justice, even when it is inconvenient. As the Supreme Court had often reminded us, constitutional morality must prevail over social morality. You are the custodian of the constitutional morality. To be a law student is to prepare for life of service, not just to clients or companies, but to justice itself. You will become the voice of the unheard, the shield for the vulnerable, and the conscience of constitutional democracy. Your time here will shape you, but it is you who must decide what kind of lawyer you want to become. Be bold in your thinking, humble in your success, and compassionate in your conduct. Dream, dream, and dream. Dreams transform into thoughts, and thoughts result in action. Again, this is what said by APJ Abdul Kalam. And as your chancellor, I assure you, this university will be with you at every step of your journey. This is not just a start of your legal education, but the beginning of your transformation from a student of law to a steward of justice. Thank you all. Jai Hind, Jai Maharaj.
Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of my faculty colleague, I want to assure you, sir, that we have a very contextual, when we teach, we give the contextual understanding of things to the students. So, moving on to the concluding remarks, I invite a person who has been instrumental in the smooth organization and coordination of today's event. It is my pleasure to call upon our esteemed Registrar Sir, Professor Dr. Dhanaji Zadav, to kindly propose the vote of thanks.
Dignitaries on the dais, of the dais, most valued invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to propose vote of thanks of this momentous occasion of Induction Function 2025. The basic aim and objective of Diksha Arambha, the word Sanskrit word Diksha, Arambha, it means it's beginning of transformation. And the basic objective of this induction function is to get accustomed with the values, ethos, and culture of the university. And so as to imbibe those values, what are those experiments we will be making on this newly admitted student of law? Probably with this intent and motive, we are here in this induction function. At the outset, I thank Honorable Justice Prasanna Varade, Judge Supreme Court of India and the Chancellor of the University for accepting our invitation and making it convenient to be the chief guest of the function. Thank you so much, sir, for your presidential address. Sir has highlighted the very importance of the highest law of the country and the meticulous care and cautions which the great constitutional makers have taken while framing these constitutions to dispense the justice. When the rule of law is considered to be the sine qua non of a democracy, legal education assumes the great significance. Thank you, sir, for your eloquent presidential address. I take this opportunity to thank Honorable Justice Abhayok, retired Judge Supreme Court of India, and Emeritus Jurist of Maharashtra National Law University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, for sharing his professional odyssey and professional inputs. I'm sure that the skill sets which you have shared with the students would be helpful for their professional career. I also take this opportunity to thank Chancellor's nominee in the Executive Council, Honorable Justice Ravindra Guge, for his precious presence. I also take this opportunity to thank the leader of this institution, Dr. Bindu Ronald, under whose able guidance this university is excelling in terms of administration and academics. We are really gratified with the august presence of honorable judges of Bombay High Court. I especially thanks to Honorable Justice Manish Pitale, Honorable Judge of Bombay High Court. I take this opportunity to thank Honorable Justice Sanjay Deshmukh. I also specially mentions the thank to Honorable Justice P.B. Gaikwad, Honorable Justice Ravindra Borde, Honorable Justice Sunil Deshmukh, member of the Coordination Committee. I take this opportunity to thank the member of the bar, Advocate Sri V.D. Salunke, Senior Counsel, Advocate Sapkal, Pravinji Mandlik, Government Pleader, Shri Giraseji, Yogitaji Thorat, the President of the Bar, Shrikant Advant, members of the Academic Council, Advocate Kadam, and distinguished faculty members. The ultimate aim and objective of this education is to turn the mirrors into the windows. I'm sure that you have been placed at the right track, and this institution will provide you wings to fly high in the sky so as to pursue your dreams and aspiration. And of course, through this Diksharam, it will open up a Pandora's box of opportunities to explore your career goal in terms of academics, education, judiciary, and as a member of the bar. Once again, I thank to the Coordination Committee and dear students for their august presence. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I request everyone to please stand for the national anthem.